Hey, you guys. It is Gigi with Invite the Light coming to you with a super, and I mean super quick video. Super quick. Um, so I haven't done the extended video yet. Sorry. Things are like busy these days. So I did pull a few cards for you guys. I did see that Harry and Meghan are going to be going back to London, I guess within the next 4 to 6 weeks, something of that. And so I was, before you guys saw my other video, I was talking about how Harry is kind of being treated, and it wasn't nice. And I mean, this is nothing that Meghan isn't already kind of used to in one form or another. So for her, I mean, it's just a little different for him. But the Queen, I'm looking at these cards here. She's really looking forward to getting them back. I mean, she really has her eye on Harry hardcore. Oh my God. She's checking on him. She's got people in place. But I feel like more so spiritually checking on him. They are that family. I haven't seen it in a long time in the cards, but they do when they need to their spiritual work. So I do see her kind of checking in on him, but I do feel like he kind of knows. Anyway, I do feel like um, William and Prince Charles and Camilla, or something like the three of them, are sort of like kind of unifying, just the way I kind of have been seeing. And it has to do with wanting to uphold old institutions. Like, they are not people who face the truth. And like, this has always been Harry. If you've seen my readings, like, he was the one who was like, is everybody going to just be okay with this? This is not okay. Like, he would be the one like freaking out in front of the family and stuff like that. And I think that they labeled him as not crazy Harry, but kind of like, how Harry is. Oh, there he goes again. Well, in his bouts, that type of thing. Um, I definitely think he's going to get a lot more comfortable being between London and Canada. I don't know if they're staying in Canada now. Apparently, they're looking at some homes in the US and LA. I guess they have a reason to do that or whatever. But I did not see the possibility, or not the possibility. I did not see them moving to LA some months ago. But I mean, hey, it may happen since Meghan is from there. But I do see him comfortable and good and still holding on to being between um, London and Canada, or North America, as they say at this point in time. And yeah, I feel like the baby isn't well. Like, I just feel like, I don't know if the baby has a cold or something. I just feel like the baby, um, maybe the baby is just a little bit under the weather. But hold on one second. I'm not sure that Meghan was breastfeeding him so much before, and now that he's like under the weather or whatever, now she's decided maybe to breastfeed him. I don't like doing readings like that. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and trust that, because usually when I don't, I see stuff come out that's accurate, and I'm like, I thought that, and I never said it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Um, Hold on one second. I think that they definitely, like, the media is trying to make them seem like just kind of random. You know what I mean? Appearing here, appearing there, wanting to do speaking engagements, money, money, money. And I don't think that they are going to, a sec. I think, yeah, I don't think that they're going to get like a fair shake in the media per se for now. So I think they're going to be looking a little bit stupid for a little while, kind of like they have been. And I don't mean any disrespect toward them, but the media's trying to make them look stupid. Like, oh yeah, they showed up at this chase, and I don't know. It was all just so random, and how are they going to get paid, and all this. Oh, and then meanwhile, the queen is ending everything, and so on and so forth. But let me take a look at this real quick. The breakdown of this again, Harry is very serious. I see all this stuff at once. Like, he's super serious about the breakdown. And I think, even more so now that he's out of the situation, he sees a lot more of the injustice of it all. And I don't know how to say, but the justice card is in reverse. But I don't know if they're doing more work in the United States, if he's doing more work in the United States and he just sees how people are living over here, even though the United States is touted as the best country in the world. We do not have the best quality of living in the world. You know, you can work 2 jobs here and never have health care, never be eligible for any kind of health care. You can, there's just so much here that is not what you call quality of life, does not give you life balance, give you time off with your children when there's no paternity leave here really, except for what Serena Williams' husband has been advocating for over the last couple of years. Women are back on their feet after, for 5 weeks having had the baby. 5 weeks back to work. Whoop, whoop. Get going, girl. Get going, you bitch. Like, it's just that kind of attitude. You old bitch, you get going. You just had the baby. Cute. And I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm just really saying, like, that is the way that this country runs. And I think that, just seeing the impact of all of that, I think that he's doing a lot here, or a lot more investigation, or speaking to people and understanding a little bit more of the life here, and seeing, like, not like in England where even if you're a foreigner and you get sick, they're going to treat you and they're not going to overcharge you, for medical care. But here, as I've had conversations with many from the UK, they're like, when you are done in the United States. Like, there's no net, there's no nothing. And these are people just randomly telling you stuff. Like, it's really, really not the highest level of quality of life balance here. So I think he's seeing that. I think he's seeing things overall, not just with the United States, but overall. And, he definitely wants to make some things right with his grandmother. And I just feel like, no matter maybe what his efforts are right now, if I were to talk to him right now, I would say pull back from communicating with her. Don't be like nasty with her. But I think he is coming to a point where it's almost like, like he comes in and kind of scolds her. And this is not the first time I have seen this. Like, he comes in, but, she doesn't say anything because he speaks the truth. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can steal a few more minutes here. I don't know if I can. Oh, man. Sorry. I'm so get tired. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. I'm tired. All right, I think I can go a few more minutes and then I should really get the hell out of here. All righty then. What's up, people? What's up? What's going on? Thank you for the likes. Just give me one more second. I'm so freaking tired. Oh my God. I'm so tired. Let me take a look. I'm not just sitting here. I'm actually taking a look over the cards, so I can tell you guys what's going on. So I mean, it feels like he's gonna go in and try to give her some kind of ultimatum. Either I get to do this, I get to do it my way, grandma, or grandmama, or because this is not right. I tell you, you know. And he should just really kind of chill, because she's actually handling this whole thing like in a really highest, most respectful manner that she can, and she's shielding him a lot. But he should just chill and pull back. Like that's what I would advise him to do. I would say don't stop on wanting to communicate about your projects, but don't push everything right away. And as you can see, the queen talked about taking things one step at a time, just accepting that people sometimes need to take baby steps. It's little movements forward. And this is the this is the approach that he should be taking with her at the moment, because even with her having given them, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and as I talk about her, my finger, I'm going to pull that out. I feel like, she's kind of trying to structure, because she knows how, I mean, this is actually really Harry, how rash he can be, and it's not to say he's a bad person or anything like that. But I mean, when he decides to go, that's it. And just let the chips fall where they may, and sort of. Nevertheless, he's good with creating his own fortune, his own destiny. I just really feel like he wants to clear up a lot of things, because again, like, he has a lot of problems with this just ribbon cutting, this endless ribbon cutting. The most I'm doing is using my 3 fingers to, or whatever, how many ever fingers it takes to work the scissors and that kind of thing. And I'm not really making any change here. Like, it's such BS. Like, we have so much power. What is going on? We don't, or we do. So, what is this? What is this? Give me 1 second. Yeah, I just feel like he should choose his battles right now, because I feel like he want to defend Meghan just a little bit more with something. With what? Just again on how they have, he's really upset that they have kind of locked her out. Hold on 1 second. And then she's never really, I think he just felt like she's never really been as included as maybe Kate, I guess, or even Camilla. um, I would have to sit here and kind of break down more cards to really soundly say, yes, that is it. But it's some of it. If not, I don't know if it's all of it, but it's definitely some of it. And he's going to have to deal with the burden of them turning their backs on him for some time. Like, he's just going to have to deal with that. I would say, Harry, you're just going to have to deal with that. They've turned, not necessarily because they don't like you or hate you. It's a safety mechanism for them, because you actually did, it's not that it's the wrong decision that you made, but you actually really put them all in a vulnerable position as well. And So they're shutting you out for a moment. You leaving the royal family, it's almost like saying they're doing something wrong. You also like directly. So you're gonna have to expect that they actually have kind of shut the door on you. It's not cute and it's not pretty, but it's like a defense mechanism until you stabilize. And I don't know, have you stabilized? Because it's almost very rash. And I don't even know. Usually I'm like for you and Megan and stuff like this, but and I get where you guys were coming from with all of that. I'm not saying that it was wrong, but everything just happened so quickly and everything is always kind of big communicators if it's happening very quickly, like the marriage. I feel like the public feels like they didn't have time to know Megan at all. And I'm not saying that you should work on a public timeline. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like these are the reasons why they have pulled back because Prince Charles and them, I mean, they know that Megan is a nice person. They know that you're in love and all these things. But the behavior has always been a King of Wands behavior for Harry anyway. So there's just like these levels of rashness and in and outness. And they know that his heart is pure and good and he means well and all that. But really sticking around grounding situations out. So I feel like they will shut you out for some years, you know. So I would just say to Harry, just prepare for that and really embrace your life and really just ground and dig down and do the best you can do and really come up with the results that you are capable of doing. Because the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, I don't want to say you're right and they're wrong, but your purpose is right. What you're having a problem with here in the royal family, I'm not saying they're horrible people, but the questions that you're bringing up are right. It's like, hey, you know what? We technically part of the government. Why are we just fucking doing ribbon cutting? Why do we have to sit here year after year and tolerate people not having running water or people still dying from malaria? Stupid shit. Being, just one turn, and we don't know how to deal with a virus, an outbreak of a virus. We don't have any real systems. People are starving. People are on the hamster's wheel. People just literally, in some parts of the world, most developed parts of the world, in some cases, don't even have fucking healthcare, and they're working citizens and working tax-paying citizens. So, I mean, there's just so much that he's asking, and he's right, but there's only so much that one person can do toward an institution, and that is what I would like. Just understand you're going up against an institution, and these people are not used to that. Don't expect your father to do. You are way. It's not even a pay grade, but I'm just gonna say it's like this is you are out on a limb so far above his pay grade. It's so far above and beyond, and I'm just kind of speaking for their energy. Like, okay, you're out there. I kind of get where you're coming from. You didn't need to do this. This is their opinion. You didn't need to do this. You could have just sucked it up like the rest of us. It's not like we haven't been through scandals either and things like that and all this. I mean, it's not the same, but we dealt with it. But that's also an old paradigm, and you are, I think, born on this line to reawaken it, to move it into the next level, to not allow people to sit there and be complacent behind the castle walls, behind the palace walls. So I would say, this comes with the territory. They won't be speaking to you because you are completely above and beyond out of their capacity. They don't know how to process this, and they don't want any kind of risk or any kind of backlash. And in a way, I'm sure that you could kind of how horrible it is and how horrible and stinging it's been and how long and hard people make you suffer when you do this. they've been, each one of these people pretty much has been through it. Like, just, I would say Prince Charles and Camilla, like, I think probably in his mind, and I don't see it in the cards per se, but it's like, I've dealt with a wife who actually ended up dying. I had a very public divorce. I wasn't maybe acting in the best as a husband. He's thinking this way. So he was vilified on some really epic levels. Not vilified, I'm sorry. He was hated on epic levels. And then he managed to pull off marrying a woman who he was carrying on with behind the scenes, but who was really the person that he really wanted to be married to. Okay. Um, but so now for him, I guess personally, like in his 70s or whatever, to begin with this again, and I don't necessarily see this in the cards, but I see them holding on to certain institutions. I think some of it is that as well. That's a smaller bit of it, sadly enough to say, but the biggest bit is that this is a way above and beyond what they can do. So obviously, if these people were capable, I don't want to say they're not capable, but they would have, you wouldn't be, Harry, you wouldn't be confronting these institutionalized issues. You're coming up against old paradigms that you are seeing the shaky foundation of, and they're holding on to that. And they're holding on to it. And you can see it right here. If you didn't know, we're able to see they're holding on to that foundation. So you will be dealing with isolation to a certain extent for a really long time. But I would say to you, Harry, is do your projects with complete, utter, and total love and all of their appreciation. Pretend you have their backing because you do in a lot of ways. Your brother, on the other hand, I don't know. There was some shady shit there. There was some stuff with Kate as well. That was kind of shady. I didn't really see that come through too much this time, but I'll take a look at that next time. But don't pay attention to any of that. Do keep up with your world projects and stuff. And I think you and Megan should keep a little bit of a lower profile nowadays. Like, just get stuff done for the next year and then begin to kind of come out again. This has just all been a little bit too much. And granted, it's not anybody's business or anybody's business to say it's all been too much, but just talking about the backlash that you have to deal with because people feel that it's kind of just too much. Just do your work, go big, go hard, but walk softly, be behind the scenes, get her done. Just keep doing very, very big things and let your family provide the road from where they are that is safe and it is stable and it is productive and it's everything that their true sides want to do but never had been able to do because you've always scared them. You've always scared them. You've always, you know, going out. And then I see this about you as well, like in the army. And I've said this to you guys too. Like, Harry is okay. Like, I don't know why I call it the hand to earth. Like, he doesn't mind sleeping on the ground outside. He doesn't need to be in the freshest clothes. Like, he can be out in the wilderness and do whatever he has to do. Like, that's talent, actually. So he's always been able to kind of be ventured out into places of thought and concepts where other people are frightened about it or where they think he's crazy within the family. And that's why he's always had this kind of thing where I think they're always like, there's Harry at it again. I do think that they think he's grown up into a nice young man, but this is a little bit too much for them. And some of it they don't mean harm about, some of it they are being an asshole about, and then there's other parts of it they just have zero capacity to even function on your level to lend you any freaking support you need. And that's where you need to realize your purpose is to advance this royal family, because I don't mean any disrespect, and I know that Princess Diana is a little bit upset with me because of this William stuff, but it's what I read. and sometimes maybe I can't be as nice as Princess Diana, so I really hope she forgive me for that. But I don't think she will. I don't think she will. I don't want to say she won't forgive me, but I don't think she was feeling me talking about William. Um, when you get these world projects done, you really do things in a way your mother was doing things out in the field, really getting down on the ground in these spaces and places where people do truly need the help, and making real differences and bringing real awareness there, using your profile to bring real awareness, not fucking photo ops. And I mean no disrespect, but not, not all this cute shit, like real stuff Princess Diana was doing. And I'm not trying to put down anybody else's time with charity work, but I guess I am putting it down to a certain extent because some of it is just mess about. That's the word that they're giving, mess about. Um, what is going on. I think the business, whatever he's doing, that's going to come forth very well. My God, he and Meghan are going to be very, very happy. They are good. They have the best sex of their life. Like they are rocking. They are rocking, and wow. And I guess whoa. So these are the cards here. Wow, they just keep going. Oh yeah. I think maybe by the end of this year, the end of 2020 into 2021, Meghan will be pregnant again. Or what month are we in? Okay, so either they're saying she's pregnant now, we'll have the baby by the end of the year, or that she'll be pregnant by the end of the year. I tend to think that she was going to be like pregnant by the end of the year. And they will have a second child, and it looks like it might be a little girl. Not, I don't do that girl boy thing. Not really. I get here, they are so in their freaking element. Their lovemaking, their sex, there's everything is just, and not to get into their personal life, but I mean it's just, and it's powerful. They are just, I don't even know how to explain. They're in their energy element, and the way to bond with that is kind of through very healthy sex, like tantric, powerful type of. Maybe they are doing tantric sex, probably. I mean, she's into yoga, so they're doing kundalini, maybe. But anyway, whatever the case, it's like he brought this card up. So he is telling me I'm not gonna be the freaking it's a one-hit wonder. That's such a bad joke after the whole talking about the sex thing. He's like, I'm going to follow through. I'm going to build worlds, but I'm going to be humble at the same time. And I'm going to do things one step at a time. Oh, that's what he's telling me. It's almost like he's answering me back. Like I was saying, like I was saying earlier, do one step at a time, do one small thing at a time consistently, like your grandmother said. And yeah, and he's like, and I've already been building. You'll see, He's not saying like, oh, you'll see, but I will see. But Meghan is also showing up as well. They're both the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles right next to each other with the freaking Ace of Pentacles. Can you ever get anything better after all of these cards? The Lovers, but bam, And the Lovers isn't like the Lovers isn't a sex card. The Lovers is a choice about moving into another frame of mind, an ascension of mind, sometimes a conjoining of beings and choices, but it's really about a decision more than it is about sex. It's really never about sex. That's not a card that's really ever about sex, even though it's called the Lovers. Yeah, but I mean his business as well. I think they're gonna do very well at this foundation, but I think he's doing something on his own as well because this is the first time that Megan comes forth. Oh, sorry guys. This is the first time that Megan comes forth with him regarding this venture. So I feel like he may have a business venture on his own, but he also may they want to put together that thing. And I think I just see their logo being really lovely and still feeling royal, but not saying it's royal or something like that, or just a really nice lead design logo. But there's going to be a lot of value, a lot of money. They're going to have a really, really valuable team of people. Oh, they're going to be a lot of leaders. They're going to have a lot of leaders as well. And they will be grabbing some people from people who also are AKA part of secret societies. I usually never ever read on that kind of bullshit, but it's coming up. And really beginning to do stuff for the environment here. It's saying really, yeah, not that's some gangster shit. Like to really get in touch with these people who are running these super large corporations, but who are also in these weird secret societies and bringing them to the table and cutting smart deals with them and kind of including them in a way where they can kind of still profit, but profit at not the cost of someone else. They're going to figure out really nice ways, and they're going to get one pivotal person to be committed, and this commitment is going to be like it's going to be like a trust type of thing. You guys are amazing. Do I look up and see 11 likes? Thank you guys. Oh my god, it feels so good. I've been having like the worst week. I just haven't. I mean, you know, it could be worse. Like, I mean, first world problems to a certain extent, but I'm just saying. That's so nice. Thank you guys. I didn't even really have to ask anybody. Thank you so much, you guys. I did not have to ask for likes or anything today. I could just read on and just do what I need to do. And I appreciate you guys helping out with that as well because it does help the channel. Um, so in any case, getting back to this though, I think Megan's mom might actually get involved in something. This card, let me tell you, this one card is killing it. It's giving me so much information. I can't even believe it. Um, yeah, I feel like Megan's mom might get a little involved in something, and she may have a little bit, couple of a network or some kind of religious network. Although I'm not sure she's a terribly religious person. They may do something with the churches in LA, which would be a really, really great thing. A great way to lead the communities as well and do kind of an outreach and also some kind of pledge and drive. And that's what we really need. We need something where people are in their communities and having their children pledge to, do their homework, no matter what, or just be structured about it, be very structured about it, be committed to getting help where they can't get it done. So I just feel like, really getting a little bit organized, setting up community centers, that may be a little something that you might hear about. And what else in here? Something on the East Coast of America, the United States, but I can't tell what. I don't know what they were doing. They were doing something with Chase Bank as well, JP Morgan Chase. And let me see what time it is. Lord. Uh, they were doing something over here in Miami, and I don't fully know what, but I do know maybe it also came about because of Serena Williams, because Serena also represents Chase as well. So I really look forward to seeing what they're going to do. But I would say to Harry again, Harry, just simply focus. I would say, don't take it personally. And that's it's only because I don't have 10 minutes to like phrase that better. Don't take it personally that Prince Charles and everyone is kind of shunning you a little bit and they kind of shut you off emotionally. There's a little bit of jealousy there as well that you could break free, that you have the strength to break free, and that you don't care. But I mean, people, you know, that's another conversation. I'll be here another 15 minutes if I go off down that road. So I'll just say that. Continue on your projects. Stay out of the news as best you can for like the next 6 to 8 months. Maybe once in a while come in, but just stay out as you can because it's gonna be super helpful for you and Megan right now. You don't deserve the nastiness that is going on. And you just deserve to be able to have the freedom to finish your projects and and go from there. I'm just giving you guys something to look at, but somebody's coming in with some kind of offer saying it'll be very interesting. It's going to be here with the justice card coming up again as it did before, only it was in reverse last time. But it's going to be conversation is going to be between Harry and his mom. Oh, I guess Harry and his grandmother. I guess what's happening is what they're maybe trying to show me as well. Oh, maybe that's what that was about. Actually, maybe that's what those cards were about before. And I kind of read into another option, but I didn't touch on this one. These are these court battles. I think they're coming in with an offer for him, some kind of settlement um, as well. They might not be very happy. I'm looking at cards off screen. They might not be very happy with this. But I would say to Harry as well, don't just settle for, I would advise him looking at these cards. I have the star card here, I have the king of earth here. I can see he's looking at that very in a mature manner. Um, I would say to not only take money, but also make a stipulation that there's some retractions as well, and that there's some positive coverage on the both of you. Nothing forced, but just honest coverage that fits. Um, no, it's something even better and higher than that. But everything is not just money. Add something else into those contingencies before you sign on a dotted line. Because these people are really in trouble. I mean, whatever they did was wrong. So don't just make off with the money, but definitely, I don't know if it's you asking them to cover certain causes in the paper or something. I don't know. I would need more time to think about it, but I got to get out of here anyway. So, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I thought I would just pop in and give you guys one of these readings. Thank you so much for the likes. And I'll try to do that extended reading. Now, this one is probably, so I'll do something. I don't know what. All right. So, cards spilling all over the place. We shall chat. You guys have a good one. Talk later. And thank you much for the likes again. Bye bye.